How we doing, everybody? Hope you're all well. Just wanted to do a video because there was a fight announcement that happened just kind of recently between two of my very good friends. I am, of course, talking about the Dominator, Dominick Cruz. Mr. Do Your Research himself. Did you do your research? Potentially one of, anyway, the greatest bantamweights that we've ever seen. The former WEC champ, long-time UFC champ, two-time UFC champ, of course. Struggled with injuries, had 4 years away, came back, beat TJ Dillashaw, took the belt of him. Just unbelievable. Inspirational stuff, the things that Dominick Cruz has done. Taking on my good friend as well, Marlon Chito Vera, of course, a teammate of mine. Trains at Ruka Sport down at Costa Mesa with my longtime head coach, mentor, good friend, Jason Perillo. So this is a good one. Can't wait for it. It's always, I think everyone's going to be excited for this. It's the main event down in San Diego. Of course, that's Dominick's hometown. So Marlon Vera is going to go down to San Diego. He's going to go down to enemy territory. Dominick's very, very well known down there. Well, he's well known around the world. Talking of well known, so is Marlon Vera these days. His star is on the rise. Just recently, he went down to Ecuador. I think he's one of only 2 Ecuadorians fighting in the UFC. Of course, Marlon was the first one, and he got a hero's welcome. He went down to Ecuador, and people were going crazy. It was like he was a rock star. He went to a school, and all the kids were going, they were just mobbing him, trying to get selfies at the airport. Everywhere he went, this man is getting a hero's welcome. And I love it, because he absolutely deserves it. So well done, Marlon. Anyway, so here we are. Main event, San Diego, bantamweight, big fight, big implications, certainly ramifications for the belt. I think whoever wins this fight has a really good possibility of going on and potentially fighting for the belt again. Now, as we know, that's what Dominick wants. You know, Dominick's getting on in his career with the greatest of respect. He's in his mid-30s. And as I say, he's had an amazing career. He's no doubt going to be in the Hall of Fame. You know, the body of work that he's had, what he's done, what he's achieved, be the WEC champ, multiple time UFC champ as well. You know, the people that he's beaten, the way he's done them, you know, and the skills that he has as well. Dominick, of course, known for his footwork, known for his fight IQ, his ring smarts, you know, puts together a great strategy, him and his coach, Eric Del Furio, down at Alliance MMA in San Diego. So Dominick's a future Hall of Famer, for sure, for sure. And Marlon Chito Vera is a young, hungry contender that is obsessed with being a champion. Marlon is a guy. There's hardly any rest days for this guy. Even at the weekend, he's having active rest. When he's taking days off, the guy's running half marathons. He's always doing 24-hour fasts, 48-hour fasts. The man is literally obsessed. He'll have a fight on Saturday night, and then he's back in the gym on like Monday or Tuesday. You know, the last time we saw him, he got a tremendous victory over Rob Font. I called that one. What a fight that was. It was just incredible. Rob Font, as we know, tremendous fighter himself. Got off to a great start, was teeing off, was landing the jab that he's known for on Marlon with frequency. Marlon got off to a bit of a slow start like he often does, and he's going to have to watch that against Dominick. This is the main event, so it's 5 rounds, so there's a lot of time to work with there. Marlon just took all the shots, kept walking forward, smiled half the time, wasn't bothered whatsoever, and then, as we know, as the fight went on, started doing big damage. So Marlon's got a chin, he's got a gas tank, he's got great jiu-jitsu. One of the areas that could be an issue for him, and definitely a path to victory for Dominick Cruz in this fight, will be the wrestling. You know, Dominick does a fantastic job of mixing up the striking to the wrestling. That's what mixed martial arts is all about. That's the secret sauce. That's what makes a great mixed martial artist. Of course, if you're a great striker and you can get the job done like an Israel Adesanya, then that's amazing, okay? If you're a fantastic wrestler, that's good. But if you can mix it all up, if you're the complete threat, if you're very well-rounded, like a George St. Pierre, you mix up the striking to the takedowns, it makes it beautiful. It makes them effortless. You know, because if you're a good wrestler, yeah, you can take people down, but it takes a lot of strength. You know, if you push someone up against the fence, they're fighting for underhooks, you're going to reach down, you're going to get a leg, then you go for another one, and you're using all your strength and you know, everything you've got, pick them up, you get them down. It is absolutely fucking exhausting. And it's the hardest part of MMA as well, I will say that. But if you can, you know, throw a few shots, keep them guessing, come up high with a shot, they bring the hands up, run in, double leg, run right through them, turn the angle, whatever it is. They go down effortlessly. Okay, so that's the difference, what I'm talking about. And that's definitely going to be the plan for Dominick in this one, you know, for sure. Listen, I think Marlon, with respect, has got a striking advantage in this one, okay? Jiu-jitsu wise, Marlon's got great jiu-jitsu. If it hits the ground, Dominick will have to be careful. Dominick's, come on, of course he's got good jiu-jitsu. He's been around for so long, you know. He's a legend of the division. Of course he's got good jiu-jitsu, but he's not known for it, you know, just like myself. You know, I have good jiu-jitsu, believe it or not. I just never used it in the UFC. I never really used it in the MMA. And I know what you're saying. Yeah, oh, look at this. Bisping turns it about himself. But I'm giving you my experiences. I'm telling you, Dominick has jiu-jitsu like I had. Just because you're not known for it, just because you don't see a ton of submissions, doesn't mean he hasn't got them. So if it hits the ground, that'll be interesting. But Dominick, with top position, with the wrestling base, will be able to nullify things. But can he do it? So Marlon's going to have to work with Jason Perillo. They're going to bring in a lot of training partners. Going to bring in a lot of wrestlers. Jason Perillo knows everyone there is to know in the fight world in Southern California. Of course, when I was training with Perillo, we used to go down to Alliance, Dominick Cruz's gym, to spar with some of those guys down there. So they know each other. You know, it's going to be interesting. Main event, hometown. Dominick Cruz is going to be an absolute massive favourite. He's a big deal down there. He's a big star, big celebrity. I mean, he's well known throughout the MMA world, all over the planet, let's be honest. But in San Diego, that place is going to go absolutely crazy for him. And you know, for Dominick, you've got to think, I mean, I don't know, and he hasn't said this, but you would think, given his age, he's not going to fight for too much longer. Who knows? Maybe he fights another 5-10 years. Or maybe fights a couple more years. So fighting in San Diego for Dominick, I mean, what a great thing. Just like for me, when I was the champ, I was able to defend the belt in Manchester. For me, that was, you know, that was almost as good as winning the belt. But going home as champion, in fact, it was going home as champion in front of my people in Manchester, just down the road from where I grew up. Yeah, that was a big deal. So for Dominick, you know, this is huge. This is a big, big fight. You know, I mean, in the division, it's stacked, as we know. A lot of great fighters. TJ Dillashaw's got to fight Aljamain Sterling next. Who else we got? Piotr Jan, of course, just lost the belt to Aljamain. There's Corey Sandhagen out there. Henry Cejudo's coming back, you know, so that'll be very interesting to have the King of Cringe in the mix. But either way, as I say, a fantastic fight. Now, I've given you a bit of strategy. I've given you a bit of analytics, a bit of analysis, but I can't make a prediction, you know, because I'm friends with both of them. And number one, I might end up commentating the fight. So if I made a prediction, that will come back and bite me in the ass. Secondly, it's a tough fight to predict. But most importantly, Dominick Cruz would give me so much shit. Next time I work with him, I'll be at the Apex or wherever we are, and he would, the abuse that I would have to endure if I picked against him, it would be very annoying. And then on the flip side, of course, Marlon Vera, you know, Jason's my head coach. He was my head coach for a long time. Good friend, mentor, you know, and Marlon Vera was a good friend as well. So I'm sitting on the fence in this one, guys. There you go. I'm just going to be like you guys. I'm going to be a fan. Unless I'm a commentator, then I'll have to, you know, put all my personal feelings to one side and be the professional that I am. But anyway, there it is. Marlon Vera, Dominick Cruz. Big fight for both people. Certainly a massive opportunity for Marlon Vera. If he can get the job done over a legend like Dominick Cruz, potentially a title fight next. And same for Dominick. If he can beat Marlon Vera, a young, hungry contender, a man with a star on the rise, a man that's on a win streak, a man that's been in there with the best of them, who knows? Maybe we see Dominick get a crack at being the champ once again. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already done that. And take care. I'll see you soon.